Welcome back to Ravens Wire Report, where we bring you the stories that fire up the purple flock. Today, we're talking about a name that's flying under the radar right now, but might not stay that way for long: CJ Okoye. This is the kind of story that makes you appreciate the grind, the journey, and the unique way the Baltimore Ravens find talent where no one else is looking. And trust me, this one feels like it could be special. Let's start with the obvious. CJ Okoye is a massive human being. We're talking 6'6", 370 pounds, with the kind of frame that makes offensive linemen double-check the play call before lining up against him. But Okoye's path to the NFL is unlike most. He's not a first-round pick, he's not a college All-American, and he's not even someone who grew up dreaming of NFL stardom. In fact, the man didn't even grow up playing football. He was a basketball player in Obogo, Nigeria, and a good one too. Everything changed when he attended OCU Meniora's Uprise football camp, a program specifically designed to find athletic talent across Africa and introduce them to American football. That's where Okoye's natural size, strength, and athleticism stood out. From there, he got invited to the NFL Africa camp, then to the International Combine in London. He impressed at every step, eventually earning a spot in the NFL International Player Pathway program. In 2023, the Los Angeles Chargers brought him in, and on his very first preseason game, he notched a sack. But like so many undrafted and developmental players, sticking around wasn't easy. Okoye spent 2 full seasons on the Chargers practice squad. No glory, no headlines, just grinding in the background, waiting for a real shot. That shot came this January when the Ravens signed him to a reserve/future deal. And now, just 1 preseason game into 2025, he's already turning heads in Baltimore. Against the Indianapolis Colts, Okoye didn't just look like a guy fighting for a roster spot. He looked like a guy who belongs in an NFL rotation. 3 tackles, a quarterback hit, and constant pressure in the backfield. Ravens defensive coordinator Zach Orr couldn't stop praising him afterwards, saying, "I was looking at him like, damn, you're a monster." And he went out there and played like it. When a defensive coach in Baltimore calls you a monster, that's not just hype. That's the standard this team expects from their trenches. The exciting thing here is that Okoye isn't just a space eater. He's got a rare combination of size and quickness for someone his build, and you can see the basketball footwork translate when he sheds blocks or changes direction. He's also relentless, the type of motor that Ravens fans love because it fits the culture. In Baltimore, you earn your spot through toughness, discipline, and proving you can impact games, and Okoye is checking those boxes one by one. Now, let's be realistic. This defensive line room is deep. Justin Matabuki, Travis Jones, Broderick Washington, Brent Urban, and newcomer John Jenkins are all battling for spots. But here's the thing, you can't coach size, you can't coach raw strength, and you can't fake effort. If Okoye keeps showing flashes like he did against the Colts, the Ravens might have no choice but to find him a role, even if it means shaking up the depth chart. This is what Baltimore does better than almost any team in the league. They find hidden gems, whether it's undrafted free agents, late-round picks, or international prospects. The Ravens have built a reputation for developing players that other franchises overlook. And if CJ Okoye becomes the next name on that list, this could be one of the best under-the-radar signings of the offseason. From a big-picture perspective, Okoye's rise also says something about the NFL's growing global reach. Programs like the International Player Pathway are starting to pay off, and the Ravens are smart enough to be ahead of the curve in giving these athletes a real chance. We could be witnessing the early chapters of a career that not only impacts the Ravens' defense, but also inspires more international talent to chase the NFL dream. Bottom line, preseason or not, when a player shows that level of physical dominance and growth, you take notice. Okoye is still raw, still learning, but if his trajectory continues upward, Baltimore's already loaded defensive front could become even scarier. And let's be honest, in a conference loaded with offensive firepower, you can never have too many monsters in the trenches. So, Ravens flock, what do you think? Is CJ Okoye the next breakout player in Baltimore's defensive rotation? Or is this just preseason hype? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed to Ravens Wire Report so you don't miss the next underdog-turned-star story coming out of Charm City.